Alright, hello everyone. We're going to take a quick look today at how to draw characters. We're going to look at basic anatomical principles of how to draw a simple cartoon style character to put next to your next piece. So let's start with some simple information, basic facts. Most characters, you want to imagine a rectangle or a square as the primary shape, and then you put a line right down the middle in each direction, separating into 4 quadrants. So let's take this one for example as the first face. So you're going to have this rectangle, and then this line here that's horizontal represents the eye level, and you can fit 2 eyes at equal distance of each other, and you want to have about 1 eye's length in between each eye. So let's say this is 1 eye, 2 eyes, 3 eyes, and then you're going to have an ear that starts right at the middle of eye level. So we can erase this middle eye unless we want to draw an alien, and then you're going to make a line halfway between this horizontal center line and the bottom of the face, and that's going to be your nose level, and then a line in between that and the bottom is where the mouth goes. So let's go ahead and draw these eyes. You can put circles within those to make the eye, to draw the pupil, and you want to have those be at about the same angle, otherwise your character might look cross-eyed. Then for the nose, there's a bit of an angle here. If you see, it's not quite the same distance on each side. That's because the character is going to be facing a bit towards our right, so the nose is going to be at an angle as well. So let's just go and put that here. We're going to put a little nostril there that's only visible on the left side, and then for the mouth, let's just have a happy person, a little happy man, and then you draw the chin. The chin is going to be around where it's going to align with this line. We can draw some eyebrows, and then that's basically a very simple, oh, and the ear ends around where the nose starts, so you can put the ear there. So it's pretty simple. You put another ear on the other side. You're going to have some cheekbones there, and then we can decide to have them really very rectangular. We can round that up if we prefer. We can give him mutton chops, which I think is what we're going to do. So he's going to have some facial hair right there like that. And then we're going to give him some sideburns as such, and draw some hair. Now obviously this is done in a bit of a stylized way. This is how I draw my characters, but really what's important is just knowing where to put the eyes, where to put the nose, and where to put the mouth in relation to the face. And after that, how you choose to draw those is entirely up to you. So let's look at how to draw different characters. Now that you know how to put the basic proportions of a character together, let's see what happens when you mix them up and change things a little bit, and whether you can make that work out for the best or if it'll always look worse. Enjoy! Alright, so we're going to see what happens if instead of putting the eyes in the center, we put them on top of the face, and instead of having 1 eye's length in between them, we put the eyes much closer together, and have the nose, instead of going at 3/4 of the face, go and span most of the face, and just have the mouth be at the very bottom of the face, and see how that looks different from a regular run-of-the-mill proportions. Now let's see what happens if we were to take the features of a face and instead of putting them in the center of the face, have them all on one side, whether or not that looks ridiculous, funny, or weird and unappealing. Alright, so we managed to make a character that I find amusing putting the face entirely on one side. However, the question remained of what to put in the rest of the face, given that it was now no longer occupied by facial features. So I put a bunch of lumps and hairs and random things, but the question remains if you're gonna skew if you're gonna skew the anatomy, you have to think of what to put instead of the things you're taking out. So something to keep in mind. Also, it'll be good to mention that while I'm doing these sketches, I've been using the Potentate and Style File markers in the Molotov marker pad. Alright, and now we're gonna take these 6 basic silhouettes of a face, so you can see it's the same anatomy as from the front, where you've got the line in the center, and then one here between the top and the middle for the nose, and one between the middle and the bottom for the mouth. And we're just gonna see what happens if we put on different eyes, noses, and mouths on each one and see how it affects the way the face reads. So as we can see, these faces all have very distinct personalities and characters just by giving them varied features. Some of these look better than others on account of either the features working well together or also certain features are drawn better than others. I have more habit with certain types of characters than others, but there's definitely a lot to play with once you get started and start exploring different ways of drawing characters. So if you learned a lot, just remember that when you're drawing characters, the simplest way is really just the cross in the face principle. So you do the cross, and then there's just a lot to play with, and the more features you learn how to draw, the more you'll learn, the more variety you'll be able to bring to your pieces. So I hope you learned something today, and make sure to check out our other videos. Have a good day.